Here's a game. Let's put a stone down. Say hello. And do a 3-4. Maybe try to get a orthodox setup here. Okay, here, let's turn on the coordinates and look at the game info. So negative Comey. So I got to move first. Okay, he's 11Q and I'm 12Q. So let's see. I think there's two responses here. You can try and push him into the corner or try and keep him out. I think I'll defend the corner for now. This was an attempt to create the corner. And then I could take an extension here. Limit what he can grow to on this side. There's not quite a pincer on those stones. He has room for a base there. If he cuts, I can Atari. He extends. Come on top. That's an Atari. He turns. Yeah, and chase him down. I think that's a safe. Okay, so let's enclose here. Yeah, so I've got an enclosure plus an extension. He decides to harass it. I'll jump out. Can turn in either direction. I can always trying to connect up underneath. Let's play this out. I am curious. This never works out for me. Even no matter which side I'm on, this never works out for me. And I just am curious what is going wrong here when I play this. Okay, so I got a tiny living group here. And I did not split him. He managed to connect up. So let's defend the corner against this wall here. And yeah, so he probably got a lot of influence here. But I don't need to keep playing in this area now. This is settled. It's a two-space living group. And this corner looks pretty safe. I could do an extension from this corner, but I think it's the approach to his corner is the biggest move here. Anyway, yeah, my rating was 12Q plus. It dropped down to 12Q. Been on a losing streak lately, so hoping to gather my footing here. Okay, and then we will approach his other stone. I think here I could have approached from either side. I don't know if it makes any difference. Especially if he plays like that. Okay, so I go into the corner. And he plays that correctly. Okay, let's try and connect underneath. Okay, so that finishes that Joseki, but it leaves him with Sente. And I think I'll respond once more when he extends. The weakest group I have right now is this group here. He took a move to save his stone. So what I want to do is spend some moves protecting these stones. Interesting. So yeah, he seems to believe in crawling along the bottom. I mean, he was trying to do that here too, although I got underneath him. I don't know if it was any good, but yeah, he likes to crawl along the bottom. So I could Atari here. He takes, I go here. I'm still connected even after he takes that stone. So if he wants to fill in, he can. And I've split him apart, so let's continue to solidify this. I probably should have extended here, huh? Well, he's giving me a chance to do that. So the next biggest extension here is down over here. But if I play away here, he'll turn. I think that's also really big. Now I can play it. So I'll do the 2-space extension here, maybe high. Okay, let's play the shoulder hit here. Connect. Okay, is he going to try and split me apart? I go here, and he hanes. I cut. Let's see, can I do this in a different way? I could push. He will block. I can push. He will connect and then jump out. I need to make sure this group over here has enough room to live. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to jump out from these stones here. And he's surrounding me over there. So let's keep coming out with these guys. Try and build something here. You know, the other big extension here is right about here. 2 spaces there and 3 spaces there. This way or this way. How about there? Okay. So let's tap that. And jump out. So I need to be careful here that I end up with a living group. This is cut off on all sides. But I'm going to just keep running out in the center. The problem is, as he runs out alongside me, he's limiting what this group can do. Yeah. But he's giving me an opportunity to cut him, so I will. And then I'll keep jumping out. If I cap here, he'll come after these stones. So I'm going to first run out here. I threaten to connect up to that stone. And then just diagonal back to loosely connect up with this group here. So we can kind of throw stuff in here. I'm a little bit worried about it. Okay, I think I'm abandoning that stone and just trying to secure this area. He's surrounding there. So what's he going to do? A throw in here? Push, block. Okay, if I do an Atari here and he takes, I can Atari here. You know what I should do? I should jump out from the corner here. Okay, so definitely going to try and create a living shape right here. There's an eye in this area and an eye in this area, the way I see it. And, maybe he can defeat me with some clever throw-ins. Well, let's keep his group separated while we're doing it, though. Okay, so eye space here, huh? That's what I need. I need eye space. Okay, I think that's one eye, and then I've got an eye over here, right? Okay, let's stay connected over here. I was just worrying about this cut here, so. He cuts there, I Atari. He extends, or he can't cut on the other side, I can just take it, but he can extend. I block and turn. So I think, and then it's an Atari on this stone. I think it's bad. So I think I need to protect here. And I'll sacrifice that stone. But I've got 2 eyes. And I can block here, but that's not Sente. And it's not necessary. I'm connected. Yeah, let's just take the upper side here. Let's keep running. Okay, let's split again, huh? So I split here. Ataris, I connect, and then he connects. I split here. I don't know. I think it looks okay for me. Ah, he doesn't connect. He does the tiger mouth. I was thinking straight connection, and then I could split again. Okay, so I should connect up my stones here. So yeah, let's do what we can over here to make sure this group is alive. I think also some of these moves around here, around the edges, are pretty big. Maybe a stronger player could just kill this group in the center here. It's just a loose collection of stones. I don't know that it's all so well plotted. So have I got enough? So 2 times, this is about 40, 50 points here. What has he got? I think I'm okay here. And plus I have the reverse Kami. So I should just do good endgame. And yeah, respond to his attacks on my group here. Okay, he is going to try one last ditch attempt to live inside here. Oh, maybe he can do it. I'm going to try and stop him, though. If he plays here and here, right, he's got a living shape. I think it'll be simplest to just let him live here in the smallest possible space. It will. I didn't want to do that one. Did not want to allow that one. That was annoying. So probably I should have connected vertically there. Okay, let's cut him off then if he wants to be that way about it. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties on this group. How is he going to kill it with this group of 2 stones that has 1, 2, 3 liberties after I play here? How is that going to be possible? It's not. Okay, I go here and he's down to 2 liberties and he has nowhere to run. Okay, so can I kill this now? Go here, he goes there. I connect. Go here, he goes there. What kind of space is that? That's yeah, he's not alive there. Who does he think he's fooling? Throw in here. So if he got both of those moves in, he would be alive, but he can't. He can't get both of them. And I'll just take these 2 stones, so I'll be alive and connected here. And let's just connect up over here. Okay, finish connecting here. It's not necessary. Finishing the connections over here might be very useful. So he's not tempted to try throw-ins that kill me. Just realize this is kind of a false eye here. So I go here, and he extends out. Can he kill me from the inside? Or is he just going to connect underneath? So I go here, he extends, I drop down. He plays the cut. I'm going to be super safe and just connect here. Well, actually, it's an Atari you can't escape from anyway. My stone wasn't an Atari. So another little eye for myself there. Anyway, what I was realizing is that this eye was not as secure as I would have liked. This eye, if he plays here, I connect here. I think I need to play here too. Let's go ahead and connect over here, though. Just got to make sure none of my groups are dead, and I should be okay. Yeah, looks like he's starting to poke at these areas and saying, questioning where my eyes are at. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to get one more move in here. And then we will see. Okay, so just make some good shape here. I'll take that stone, that'll give me an eye. And then extend up here, so this is nice. And poke out there, I guess. Why not? Stay connected here. And here. Okay, I can poke down over here, I guess. Let's see, if he goes here, I'll have to connect this way. But that's all right. He goes here, I connect, he extends, I take. Can't falsify that eye. He can play that, huh? Yeah, that's true. I mean, he'll get another cut. So I could just take and give him a stone. Not have to worry about it. Because there were those weaknesses, those pushes and cuts. But now that this is all solidly connected, I'm not so worried. Yeah. So let's finish here. Where else? Here maybe. That's probably something that's good. Here I don't have to worry about this one anymore. Yep. Okay, I guess here I'll get as much as I can from this area. Yeah, I just got this whole side. I think he doesn't have anything that's comparable. So the cut here, and I protect, and then he cuts here. Don't see it doing anything. Let's go ahead and finish these other territories. I guess the honey underneath here was probably the biggest endgame move here at A15. Yeah, so he grabbed that. And I might as well descend all the way down, keep him from connecting. But I don't know if, oh, I know, the push here I should have done. Yeah, so he got that. Yeah, it's just he doesn't have much territory that I can see. He's got this area through here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 points. He's got this area, which is, that's 11 plus, so that's about 20 points. So 20 and what was that, 13, 33, maybe 40 altogether there. And then this area over here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 60 to 65 points for him. I have Comey, I have about 40 points over here, 50, 60, 65, 70. I think I would be up even without the Comey. Okay, defended there. I think I'm going to pass. Right, this looks like a dame point. That looks like a dame point. I mean, he could throw a stone in there, but I just take it. So those look like dame points. And those are dead. Now let's pass. Yeah, and also the stones I captured. Let's see, how many captures? He's got 5 captures, and I have 4 captures already in buckets. But on the board, he has 1 capture, so 6. Oh, no, those are his captures, 4, so that plus 1 is 5. I I have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 and 5. So I have 10 captures, and he has 5 captures. Okay, so let's mark those dead. That one was dead. Yeah, and these are all marked as Dame points. Let's say done. $16.5 points. Let's say thanks for the game. So, yeah, like I was saying, I was on a losing streak, and I jumped all the way down to 12Q. I'll probably be here for a while, because once you rank down, you have to win a few games before you rank back up, so you don't immediately pop back after one win. And after you rank up, you don't immediately drop down after a loss. And, well, anyway, we can look at this game with Sabaki and Katago and see what it has to say. But anyway, what I wanted to say was I have shown my losses before. I just didn't show any of these, even though I was recording some of them. I just didn't like the games, so you don't get to see them. But I think I was just playing pretty badly, or my opponents were playing well. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. Anyway, I'll let you know if I have any information, anything I glean from the Katago evaluation, and see you later. Bye. Wanted to show some things I learned looking at this game with Sabaki. There were some interesting parts in the opening, so I'll go over that pretty in some detail. Let's see, this is the first point. So I have black, and my opponent is attached underneath, and basically you can in this corner in the lower right, you can play on either side, and the AI prefers to take this stone on the outside, place that there, which basically gives up the corner. It didn't give a continuation after this that I could follow. It plays away like computers are wont to do, but I think the idea is that white gets this corner here and black gets influence on this side. I played the other move where I keep the corner, and after a move or two, yeah, I played the pincer here, and the AI would play a pincer, but it would actually prefer to play it at this point. It's a little bit closer, makes these stones a little more uncomfortable. So it's probably just a better placement for that pincer. So where I placed the pincer, he had time to make a nice extension here, and he's in pretty good shape. Now the next point I wanted to talk about is what to do when this stone is surrounded. I just jumped out, which was okay. Actually, that was one of the choices, but slightly preferred. The AI slightly preferred to play like this: first pushing, and then cutting, and then a counter pincer on this stone. So I guess kind of weaken these stones a little bit so they can't aggressively attack you here, and then you counterattack this stone that's been surrounded. I think that's an interesting way to play. But the other thing I wanted to look at right here in this section was this it's kind of like a Joseki here, where he tries to attach underneath, and I capture that stone, and then he kind of crawls around on top and connects that way. And this is okay, actually. This cut here was one of the best local moves. The computer also was looking at playing away in various places. You know, I can approach these corners, 3-3 this one, or approach this one. But for a local move, this was the best move. So he cuts, I Atari the stone. He Ataris my stone back. I connect, so this is all correct. He goes there, and so he's kind of connected up. But what I could have done here, I just took right away. And as we saw in the game, he can surround on this side, but you can extend on this side. And when he comes here, you can just drop down. And you have a little living shape on the side. So you've taken away his idea of making territory on the side. But on the other hand, you've given him some influence here. And he still managed to keep his stones connected, unless you can make this cut here work. And of course, it's white's turn at this point, so white could come back and connect. So there's a couple of improvements that the AI suggests at this point. Rather than taking the stone immediately like I did, back up once, extend in this direction first. And so now I have an eye here and an eye here when I drop down. So this is pretty much a living shape. It's not yet enclosed on this side, but when when white starts to go after these stones, I'll have time to take here and drop down here. So it should be alive like that. And so the next move, the AI actually plays away, kind of plays away. It protects this cut, and it's maybe building in this area, strengthening these stones, and says I should follow up with this local move. And then that's both sides play away after this. But that gave me this one Hane here gave me a lot more influence towards the side. Actually, the AI was suggesting white would jump in to the 3-3 at this point, but who knows what white would play. Maybe white would protect, but then I've connected this tiny little group. Instead of being isolated, has ideas of connecting to the corner. So that's a slight improvement over the way I played that. And anyway, this is kind of a handy little side joseki to know for both sides. How do you deal with someone jumping in between your stones? How do you try and connect up? And just remember this Hane on top to connect up, and then remember that black can live by pushing here. Let's see, one more improvement here. After the pushes on this side, I extend on this side to live, and then he Hanes here rather than dropping down, which is simple but passive. You can actually cut here because white cannot play in here to take that eye away because you have these Ataris and you capture those stones. So this cut also guarantees life for this group. And then, I didn't show the continuation after that. I think once again, both sides play away in the computer line. But that cut is stronger than just making a living shape there. Okay, so he continued, I continued, and right here, it did not like this defense here. It wanted me to play one more move locally and cut here. And this is keeping it all about even. So it's not a bad result for me, even the way I played it. You can see the graph is going back and forth. I wanted to mention, actually, I found a way. This was a game where there was reverse Komi, but I edited the SGF file and changed the reverse Komi to normal Komi so that when the AI is evaluating it, it thinks it's an even game. And so these fluctuations from even are as if it were an even game from the start. So this is still an okay game for both sides. Anyway, after this, white starts to get the advantage. Let's see. There was an option here. It's not a huge advantage. Even here where it was at the point, it was like, it shows a win rate of 40% or 63%, but it's only a 4-point difference. So it's a pretty close game by my standards. Anyway, I approached and I got pincered, and this has been happening to me a lot in recent games. And the only move I've been playing is the jump into the corner, which was one of the top choices of the engine. But its second choice, or equal first maybe, was to play the high approach. So just reapproach as an option. So this is, if I get tired of always jumping into the corner, this is an option for me to consider, and for you as well, if you always jump in. It likes that even better than jumping out. Just reapproach that stone when it's isolated like that. Okay, so those are kind of the opening points I wanted to look at. Then there was this, then we start to get into the fight on the left side. So this was an interesting point, I thought, where, I looked around and I said, well, where's my weakest group and what should I do to strengthen it? And I selected this group and I played this move to strengthen it. It's just interesting. The AI here would suggest this move. So it kind of agrees that I do need to do something with these stones, and it would play here, which, as I look at it, it's more of a dual purpose move. It kind of tries to cap these stones on the bottom and at the same time builds my area. So that's a nice way. But I get into trouble in this fight on the left. Let's roll forward. I think I'm okay till this point. And then when I jump out here, this maybe was played a little bit wrong. Did I look at some alternatives here? I didn't look at every move, but right here, there seemed to be a drop in my rating after I played this move. So the push in here was stronger, and then the extension here, and then the cut, and then this hitting those 2 stones on the top. So a more aggressive way of playing, sacrificing this stone to get in this this hit on top, and it's starting to connect these stones together. And this cut, I think the main point was to take a liberty away from these 2 stones, and so maybe I can get some more Sente moves against them to help me connect up. And like I said, this is, well, it's 30% there, but this is still within the range of a reasonable game here for me. Instead, I just ran out like this, and as I ran out, these stones are getting into trouble over here. They don't really have eyes that are well defined. They have areas that might become eyes, but white can still throw stones in there. And let's find the first point right here. I needed to play a local move, and I played away at this point. I was still trying to build this group up, and I was trying to get a forcing move on the right side. But right here, white could ignore me and really go after these stones in a big way. And so he's Atari here. I play here to try and keep an eye, at least one eye, so I get this eye. But he connects up, and this eye has been destroyed, and also these stones are about to get cut off. I play here, plays here, and there's no eye here, so I just have one eye. I play in the corner to try and get a second eye, but white is getting all these moves on the outside, and I don't know if I live or not in this computer line, but this is all good for white. So creating this weak group, it wasn't really weak until I started running out with these stones. And I was talking during the video about how I've been having trouble lately, and this, I think, is one example of how I get into trouble. So I don't pay attention sometimes to what my moves are doing to my group. I was trying to harass his group. I mean, it is just a line of stones, but there's no way to kill it, it doesn't seem. Anyway, the AI did not find any aggressive moves against that. It thought I should be playing defensive moves over here. So anyway, this continued for a long time. I think there was one more point I wanted to look at, or was that it? Let's see. Yeah, I guess that was it. I didn't. As you look at this evaluation going back and forth, you see move by move, it's jumping up and down. the little blue ball is jumping from the top of the graph to the bottom. What's happening here is that this group is still not alive. I did come over and play some defensive moves. For example, I played this move here to make an eye, but there's still not 2 eyes in this group, and he could take this apart. And it's not until here finally that I protect the group enough. Yeah, I think it was this move. And finally, the group is protected, and at this point, I am winning. But up until that point, he could have at any time turned on this group and taken it out. And that's the second thing I'm doing wrong, I think, in my recent games, is I'm just not being careful enough. I'm moving a little too quickly, and I'm making assumptions. Oh, that group looks okay, and I'm not calculating it out, not reading it out, as they say in Go, to make sure I really am safe. So I should probably, if I want to improve, I need to spend a little more time taking care to read out what could happen to my groups against the most severe attacks. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from it, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.